last year when we had all of these clients coming at one time saying, okay, I need help, SmartWAVE, I need some help with this. And we have a certain process that we follow.
Yep.
I mean, kind of what do you attribute some of our ability to sustain and support so many customers in such a high demand need?
Well, I think we were kind of lucky that we'd been doing this before a pandemic hit with in our teams and crews, across the country. This was, what we've been doing, and we were able to scale up pretty quickly because we already, we had the tools and the expertise, and it's just, more of the same. And on the network engineering side, from my Army background, I'd always applied the KISS, keep it simple, stupid protocol. It was something they taught day one in the Army. And it's what I love about a lot of the networks that we touch, and especially with Ruckus gear, it's straightforward. It's simple. I mean, I've worked with a lot of vendors over the years, and a lot of vendors have their proprietary this and proprietary that protocols that, you have to talk to their engineers to fully understand, and then help them work out the bugs. Having a very simple design, for public free Wi-Fi, having client isolation that works, so you can have huge broadcast domains with thousands of clients and not run into broadcast storms or problems. It's been fantastic. The Ruckus data planes is a great simple way to alleviate a lot of security concerns that cities and counties have by just tunneling the traffic across any network, whether it's across the internet to a school district, to a central point with redundancy. So I think when the pandemic hit, we just kept doing more of the same, and not introducing new changes to our methods, or let's go experiment with a new technology, but let's stick with what was tried and tested, made a big difference.
It did. I mean, our process, that is one thing we were bullish about. But tell me about some of the tools, the uniqueness of some of the tools that we use that might be different from a traditional Wi-Fi or network integrator.
I imagine not all network integrators have the in-depth RF analysis that we have, bringing tools like EDX in the planning process. It's a very expensive RF modeling tool that Verizon or big wireless companies use to model to the various frequencies. That bringing that and then getting real world results to prove that, oh yes, our model is accurate, and it's because we model down to the tree. When we start with nothing, we get various sources of data sets to whether it's LiDAR data or otherwise, and it's amazing how much you can do from a desk without going on the ground, before, and that has helped as we scale up, because it's a lot easier for someone to sit and model everything versus drive every street like we used to, and then to get some real world validation that the model is accurate and that the tree foliage is indeed what our prediction was, and the throughput and dB loss is accurate. It allows us at the end of the day to be one and done, to deploy once,
right?
Not keep running back and tweaking things.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm learning something every day. Every time I meet with someone from your team, you or someone from your team, and we're going through a process, right? With the client. I remember with Arlington, Juan Leon was a lead RF engineer on that, and Juan had downloaded the LiDAR data for the area, used Global Mapper through our process to extract certain things like power lines are at 50 feet above the ground level that don't impact where the Wi-Fi is, right? Things like that. And then had identified 5 or 6 locations that needed tree trimming. And we hadn't even driven through the neighborhood. So it was kind of cool as we were stepping through the process. Juan said, "Hey, let me bring up what tools we're talking about." And he stepped through with Public Works on those tree trimming locations. And the Public Works guys were like, "Oh yeah, that's New York and Park. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, those trees have been a pain, right, for overhead power lines, right? We need to address that, So it was killing two birds with one stone, right? Giving better Wi-Fi and at the same time eliminating risk from storms, right, of a tree coming down or limb or something like that. So on the power lines. So yeah, that was pretty cool.